Since Abbott's announcement about tuition freezing, we decided to go ahead and go to Texas Tech campus and see what students thought about the decision. The Texas Tech men's rugby team is always looking for new players, and any student on campus is allowed to join. Over the last 2 weeks, Texas Tech students have been grabbing their laptops and counting down the time until their advanced registration period officially opened. Ridgewood has been open for about a month now, but it is still the 9th one to be open, and we are expecting another school to be opened in August of 2025. In other university news, a potential addition to the Texas Tech system is no longer on the table after an announcement by an East Texas university earlier this week. For MCTV, I'm Grace Beene. Back to you.
It's not much of a surprise that Lubbock has a homeless dog problem, with 1,704 dogs available for adoption and multiple shelters and rescues. 44% of these dogs are some form of terrier or pit bull, which is 11% more than the nationwide average. With 50% of 1,000 Americans saying they wouldn't consider adopting pit bulls or similar dogs, many groups, including one in Lubbock, have taken action.
I was volunteering at the time, and we took some pit bulls from Hurricane Katrina, and so that's kind of how it started.
Lauren Klein owns Saving Grace Rescue LBK, which was originally Saving Grace Pitbull. She and her volunteers are dedicated to getting all their dogs adopted, regardless of breed, no matter how long it takes. One of these dogs is Leah. She is a lab pit bull mix. She loves her ball and cuddles, and she has been at Saving Grace since February of 2020. Leah was originally at the Lubbock Animal Shelter, where she was doing so poorly and getting so few applications that they considered putting her down before Lauren rescued her. While her attitude has improved at Saving Grace, her chances of getting adopted haven't.
Leah, unfortunately, has never had one application.
So why are dogs like Leah being ignored in shelters? Why are pit bulls and other terriers considered so dangerous? Stephen Green, Lubbock's animal service director, says it's the media.
Movies and television shows, it's based on, now with the internet, you can just Google anything. And so it seems like anytime a pit does something wrong, it's broadcasted and reposted more times than other breeds.
That still doesn't stop some people and dogs, just like Leah, from fighting for a home. If you are interested in dogs like Leah or in helping Saving Grace, please visit savinggracelbk.org. For Broadcast Journalism, I'm Grace Beene. Texas Tech students looking to get involved with extracurricular activities have many options to choose from, some of which are offered by the Rec Center. One option that many students may not be as familiar with is the men's rugby team. Paul Silva, the recruitment officer for the rugby team, says it's about more than just playing the game.
I say we're a family. We really are. We love the sport. We welcome anybody with open arms. Like, people don't want to join because, hey, it's very physical or I've never played before. But it's fun to try new things. And like I said, we're a family. Anybody who wants to come out, we're here.
The team practices Tuesday through Thursday each week to prepare for weekend competitions, both at home and on the road.
We do travel, and we play a lot of big teams. We play A&M, LSU, UT, Baylor, OU. My freshman year, we went up to Colorado Springs and played Air Force Academy. So we play some really big teams.
We'll usually have 1 or 2 home games, it's just a lot of driving because we're a little far out here in West Texas.
The Texas Tech men's rugby team is always looking for new players, and any student on campus is allowed to join.
We want to bring people in. We want to, show people that we're here. Not many people know we have a team, so it's more than just playing.
President Ruben Forey has been part of the team since his freshman year. Forey originally was from South Africa, making him more familiar with rugby than many Tech students. But he wasn't sure he wanted to be part of the team.
I never played competitive rugby until I got to Texas Tech. And at my orientation, my roommate was like, hey, come play rugby, it's a great sport and everything. And I was like, nah. I ended up being moving for 2 weeks, and I was like, I'll try it out. Went to one practice and just absolutely fell in love with it. So.
Forey encourages students looking to get involved on campus to consider giving rugby a chance.
If you're looking for something to do and you want to be a part of something bigger and help more people on campus, this is it.
For more information on the men's rugby team, you can check out their Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook accounts or visit recsports.ttu.edu. For MCTV, I'm Grace Beene. Texas Tech students have an abundance of majors to choose from advertising to zoology, but one is growing in size.
Women's and Gender Studies.
On Friday, April 22nd, the Women's and Gender Studies program hosted its 38th annual Conference for the Advancement of Women, where all students, whether interested in the program, or just looking for a bit of information, could go and learn.
The opportunity for students to share their knowledge with each other has been super valuable for my students.
For the first time in person in the past 2 years, students and alumni alike could get to participate in multiple activities, such as mentoring with professors, meeting graduates, getting some free food, and listening to the keynote speaker, Dr. Jillian Hernandez, on her theory of high maintenance.
I'm creating this theory of high maintenance, which is a way to try to explain the ways that women of color take care of themselves, and how following 2020 with all of the sort of political upheaval in COVID-19, it's critically important for women of color to care for themselves.
While attendees enjoy the activities, students were invited to reflect on how far the program has come in 40 years. Some, like Lynn Carter, who was one of the first 3 students to join the program 40 years ago and helped push for women's rights outside of the classroom, have reflected on much during the event.
The 3 of us went with 2 other college students to a Women in Public Policy seminar in Washington, D.C. in January of '84, and that was a phenomenal experience.
Today's students show what they have done for their community through their research boards, proudly displayed at the event as some students received scholarships for their outstanding achievements, inviting others to join them in this rapidly growing field.
Take a class, right, and jump right in. So, the more the merrier, so we would love to have everybody interested take a class.
For more information on Women's and Gender Studies, visit www.depts.ttu.edu/W Studies. For MCTV, I'm Grace Beene. Back to you. Over the last 2 weeks, Texas Tech students have been grabbing their laptops and counting down the time until their advanced registration period officially opened. Soon, all students will be able to sign up for classes, and luckily, one college has been ready to assist anyone still trying to figure out their future schedule. The College of Media and Communications Advising Office held their fall pop-in advising event this week. Students could stop by to schedule an impromptu appointment with one-on-one advising staff, and then wait in the West Student Lounge. Students could also pick up a free bag of fresh popcorn while they waited, all popped up by the ComC Dean student ambassadors. Anyone just passing by could also grab the tasty treat, which included an invite to join in on one of the college's next events, Gratitude and Good Vibes. The event is scheduled for next Wednesday and will include drinks and refreshments, games, a holiday movie, and a chance for students to write a quick thank you note to faculty, staff, or other fellow students in the college. This week's pop-in advising started on Tuesday and wrapped up yesterday afternoon. Last Tuesday, Americans cast their vote and selected the next president of